Okay, so let's explore Pythagoras theorem. Now to do question 7 in this lesson, you're going to have to find the length of a particular side, but you're not going to be able to do that with the knowledge that you already have. You have to use Pythagoras theorem, right? And this is part of trigonometry. So this is just a quick introduction into what Pythagoras theorem is. Now, the first thing that you need to know about Pythagoras theorem is that it applies only to right-angled triangles. Right? What's a right angle triangle? A right angle triangle is one that has a right angle, which is 90 degrees. So you see this here. We have a triangle here that's 90 degrees. So the distance that is opposite, the distance that is opposite the right angle is called the hypotenuse. So you see this line here, this edge here, that is called the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. And the other two lines that form the right angle, they are called sides. So you could call it side 1 and side 2, right? So let's do that. Let's call it side 1 and side 2. Good. So Pythagoras theorem is a formula really. And that formula says that the sum of the two sides is equal to the sum of the two sides squared. The sum of the square of the two sides, I should say, is equal to the hypotenuse squared, right? So if this side is 1, this side is 2, 1 squared plus 2 squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. Another thing that you may have to do, suppose you're given the hypotenuse, but you want to find one of the sides, right? You have to know how to change the subject of the formula, meaning let the hypotenuse be equal to something. So you have hypotenuse by itself. Now, in order to change the subject of the formula, you have to carry whatever is on this side on the opposite side. For example, we want the hypotenuse alone. It is being squared. What's the opposite of squaring? The square root, right? So let's look at this. Side squared plus side squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. I want hypotenuse by itself. I want to find what the hypotenuse is. If I want the hypotenuse by itself, I have to remove the square root on the square on this side by doing the square root, right? So the square root of hypotenuse squared is equal to just the hypotenuse. But I can't just do that here. Whatever I do on one side, I must also do on the other side. So in effect, the square root of side squared plus side squared is equal to the hypotenuse, right? So in other words, you do the opposite thing on the other side to remove whatever is on this side. Now suppose we want one of the sides. So let's write our formula back. Side squared plus side squared is equal to hypotenuse squared. We only want one of the sides. We know the other side, we want one side. So let's call this side 1 and side 2. Suppose we want side 1. We have to move side 2 to this side. So side 1 squared. Right now, side 2 squared is being added. So I have to take it away from this side in order to remove it. And if I do it on this side, I must do it on the other side. So hypotenuse squared is minus, side 2 squared, right? So side 1 squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared minus side 2 squared. Therefore, side 1, if I have to get side 1 by itself, side 1 is going to be, you have to get the square root here to remove this square. So it's going to be the square root of everything on this side. Hypotenuse squared minus side 2 squared. Right? And that's how we would find out what is the length of one of the sides, if that's what we need to find out, and what is the hypotenuse, if that is what we need to find out. So this is very important. To do question 7, you need to know Pythagoras Theorem, right? And simply, that is this formula, side squared plus side squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared.